Hello everyone, this is Anjali Swami reporting from Bharat TV. In breaking news, a North Carolina police officer is tragically killed in a grocery store shooting, shaking the community just before Christmas. Locally, President-elect Donald Trump's remarks on Greenland ownership stir geopolitical debates, while a South Carolina family protests President Biden's decision to commute a convicted murderer's death sentence. Meanwhile, Biden's veto of a judiciary-related bill sparks political tensions. And an Indian drug smuggler is gunned down in California amid gang rivalries. From India, PM Modi announces 10 lakh government jobs under the Rozgar Mela initiative, while the Ambedkar-Shah controversy intensifies debates in parliament. A mysterious illness in Jammu and Kashmir claims lives, and a tragic accident involving an army vehicle deepens concerns in the region. Internationally, Bangladesh's release of a former minister linked to terrorism raises global security concerns. A North Carolina police officer was fatally shot in a grocery store incident just days before Christmas. The tragedy unfolded at a bustling shopping center, leaving shoppers shocked and law enforcement mourning. The officer, a seasoned veteran, was responding to a report of a disturbance when the suspect opened fire. Despite immediate medical attention, the officer succumbed to injuries. The suspect was apprehended at the scene and remains in custody. Community leaders have expressed grief and called for increased safety measures during the holiday season. The department has announced plans for a public vigil to honor the officer's service. This incident highlights the daily risks faced by law enforcement personnel. Investigations are ongoing as authorities seek to understand the motive behind the shooting. President-elect Donald Trump reignited debates over U.S. ownership of Greenland during a speech in Iowa, calling it an absolute necessity for national security. Trump argued that Greenland's strategic location and resources make it vital to American interests. This marks a return to the controversial proposal he first made in 2019, which faced global criticism. Greenland's leadership has firmly rejected the idea, reaffirming their ties to Denmark. Trump's remarks have sparked discussions among geopolitical analysts about Arctic competition with Russia and China. Critics have dismissed the idea as unrealistic, while supporters see it as a bold vision. The debate underscores growing tensions in the Arctic amid climate change and resource exploration. Trump reiterated his commitment to strengthening U.S. interests in the region. Analysts predict this could strain U.S.-Danish relations further. The family of a South Carolina murder victim has criticized President Biden's commutation of the killer's death sentence. The convicted individual, who showed no remorse, had been sentenced to death for a brutal crime in 2011. Biden cited evolving views on capital punishments and systemic concerns as reasons for his decision. Advocacy groups welcomed the commutation as a step toward abolishing the death penalty. The victim's family, however, described the decision as a betrayal of justice. Republican lawmakers have accused Biden of undermining judicial authority. Legal experts say this move reflects Biden's broader commitment to criminal justice reform. Protests are planned by both supporters and critics of capital punishment. This decision has reignited national debates over the morality and effectiveness of the death penalty. President Biden vetoed a bill seeking to create 20 additional federal judgeships, denying President-elect Donald Trump the opportunity to fill them. Biden called the bill a bipartisan move to consolidate conservative influence in the judiciary. Republicans criticized the veto, arguing it obstructs efforts to address case backlogs in federal courts. Democratic lawmakers supported Biden, citing concerns over the timing and intent of the legislation. Legal analysts say this rare move during a presidential transition underscores deep political divisions. Advocacy groups warn against increasing politicization of judicial appointments. Trump vowed to revisit the issue after taking office. The veto highlights ongoing tensions over the balance of power in the judiciary. Analysts view this as a critical moment for judicial reform debates. Indian drug smuggler Sunil Yadav, linked to the Lawrence Bishnoi gang, was killed in a gang-related shooting in California. The ambush, allegedly orchestrated by rival gang leader Golden Brar, underscores the global reach of Indian crime networks. Yadav was reportedly involved in cross-border drug trafficking and had a significant criminal record in India. California authorities are working with Indian officials to investigate the case. Community leaders have condemned the violence and called for stricter measures against organized crime. The incident highlights the growing influence of international gangs in the US. Law enforcement agencies are increasing surveillance on suspected gang activities. This killing marks a major development in ongoing gang rivalries. Analysts warn of escalating violence if preventive measures are not implemented. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Rozgar Mela, announcing 10 lakh government jobs to boost employment nationwide. The initiative aims to fill vacancies in critical sectors like healthcare, education, and defense. Modi emphasized the government's commitment to addressing unemployment and empowering youth. Beneficiaries praised the move for creating opportunities in both urban and rural areas. Critics, however, question the long-term impact of these positions. The Rozgar Mela also focuses on digital literacy and skill development, aligning with India's economic recovery goals. Private sector collaboration has been encouraged to complement government efforts. Analysts view this as a strategic move ahead of upcoming elections. The program is expected to play a significant role in shaping India's workforce. Congress leaders accused Home Minister Amit Shah of misrepresenting Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's views on federalism during a parliamentary debate. The remarks have sparked nationwide protests by Dalit groups demanding an apology. Shah dismissed the allegations, calling them politically motivated. BJP leaders highlighted the government's initiatives for social justice, defending Shah's stance. The debate has reignited discussions on Ambedkar's legacy in modern politics. Historians are divided on the interpretation of Ambedkar's writings. Analysts suggest this controversy is being used to mobilize voter sentiment ahead of elections. Both parties are intensifying campaigns to claim Ambedkar's ideological legacy. The issue underscores the enduring influence of Ambedkar in shaping India's political discourse. A mysterious illness in a remote village in Jammu and Kashmir has claimed its 9th life in 2 weeks. Local authorities are scrambling to identify the cause, with symptoms including fever, nausea, and respiratory distress. Health teams have been dispatched to the affected area to contain the outbreak. Villagers report a lack of medical facilities and delayed responses from authorities. Experts suspect contaminated water or food could be the source. The state government has sought assistance from the Central Health Ministry. The incident highlights the challenges of healthcare access in remote regions. Political leaders have called for immediate action to address the crisis. Investigations are ongoing to determine the illness's origin and prevent further casualties. An army vehicle plunged into a gorge in Poonch, Jammu and Kashmir, killing 2 soldiers and critically injuring 3 others. The accident occurred during a routine patrol in the hilly terrain. Rescue operations were conducted immediately with local villagers assisting the army. The injured soldiers were airlifted to a nearby hospital for treatment. Defense officials are investigating the cause of the accident, including weather conditions and vehicle maintenance. political leaders have expressed condolences and called for better safety measures in difficult terrains. The tragedy underscores the risks faced by military personnel in remote areas. This is the second such incident in the region this month, raising concerns over operational safety. Bangladesh has released Abdul Salam Pinto, a former minister convicted of terrorism, citing health concerns. Pinto was linked to the 2004 grenade attack that killed 24 people. The decision has sparked criticism from human rights groups and opposition leaders. Indian intelligence agencies are closely monitoring the development due to Pinto's connections with cross-border militant groups. The release raises questions about Bangladesh's counterterrorism policies. Critics argue it undermines justice for terrorism victims. Dhaka insists the release followed legal provisions. Analysts warn this move could embolden extremist elements in the region. The development has reignited debates over balancing justice with political considerations and counter-terrorism efforts. And that's all from Bharat TV News. This is Anjali Swami from Bharat TV, wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Thank you so much.